I am holding a document from the Federal Reserve Archives dated 1963. The title is dry, but the contents are explosive. Automobile installment loans at commercial banks. In 1963, the financial world was a different planet. Back then, a staggering 69.5% of all car loans were written for terms between 31 and 36 months. Less than 1% of loans exceeded 3 years. That was the standard. 3 years? You paid it off, you owned the asset, you moved on. Fast forward to the crime scene of 2026. The average new car loan term has mutated. It is now 69 months. That is double the duration of the 1960s standard. But it gets worse. The forensic data shows that 22.4% of borrowers, 1 in every 5 people you see on the highway, are signing their lives away on 84, 96, and even 108-month contracts. 9 years to pay off a depreciating pile of metal and plastic. This is not financing. This is indentured servitude. This is the car payment trap, and it is the single most efficient wealth-destroying mechanism in modern America. But here's the question we need to answer. Is this mass financial suicide, or is it a calculated extraction of wealth by the banking cartel? I am going to break down the 3 structural forces that created this disaster, explain why this is a mathematical emergency, and give you the tactical dossier on how to survive if you must buy a vehicle this year. Let's analyze force number 1. The great decoupling of wages and prices. In 1963, the average new car cost $3,233. The median household income was roughly $6,200. Do the math. A new car represented 52% of a household's annual income. It was expensive, but it was attainable. Now look at the fourth quarter of 2025. The average new car transaction price has breached $50,000. I verified this against the Consumer Price Index data. It is accurate. Meanwhile, the median annual household income sits at roughly $84,000. The ratio has shifted. A car now consumes 60% of your gross annual income. But here's the smoking gun. If we adjust that 1963 price tag for inflation, a new car today should cost $32,000. Instead, it costs $50,000. That is an $18,000 premium. Cars are 56% more expensive in real terms than they were 60 years ago. The industry will tell you this is because of safety sensors, touchscreens, and fuel efficiency. Perhaps, but your paycheck did not increase by 56% in real terms to match it. We have seen a massive erosion of purchasing power. Rent is up. Food is up. Energy is up. The math is broken. So how does the auto industry sell a $50,000 product to a population that cannot afford it? They don't lower the price. They manipulate the time. They stretch the loan from 3 years to 7 years. They hide the unaffordability inside the duration. This leads us to force number 2, the banking profit engine. Banks discovered that long-term loans are not a risk. They are a gold mine. Let's run a forensic simulation. Take a $40,000 loan at 6% interest. Scenario A, a 36-month term. Your payment is $1,217. It hurts. It is heavy, but you only pay $3,800 in total interest. Scenario B, the 72-month trap. The payment drops to $773. It feels manageable. It seduces you. But the total interest paid balloons to $6,400. By simply doubling the timeline, the bank extracts nearly $2,600 more from your pocket. Multiply that by 17 million new cars sold annually. That is billions of dollars in pure profit transferred from the working class to the financial sector. And it gets darker. The longer the loan, the higher the probability of life happening. Missed payments, late fees, default, or the ultimate trap, negative equity. The banks know that if you are in a loan for 7 years, you will likely want a new car in year 4, but you will still owe money. So they roll that debt into the next loan. It is a cycle of perpetual debt slavery. Force number 3, the dealer's psychological warfare. Car dealerships do not sell cars. They sell monthly payments. This is known in the industry as the 4-square method. It is a psychological trick designed to distract you from the total price. Imagine a customer walks in with a hard limit of $500 a month. The dealer has 3 options. Sell a $30,000 car on a 5-year loan. Sell a $35,000 car on a 6-year loan. Or sell a $40,000 car on a 7-year loan. To the customer, the pain is the same, $500 a month. But to the dealer, the 7-year loan moves a more expensive unit and generates a higher commission. The incentives are completely misaligned. They have normalized the abnormal. A $750 car payment is now average. We have seen reports of suburban payments hitting $1,200, trucks hitting $3,700 a month. This is financial insanity. The consequences of this are visible in the market right now. We are seeing an epidemic of negative equity. During the pandemic, people paid over sticker price on long loans. I tracked a case involving a Tesla Model Y bought for $72,000 in 2022. By 2024, the owner still owed $52,000, but the car was only worth $38,000. He was underwater by $14,000. If he had taken a 1963-style 3-year loan, he would be nearly free. Instead, he is trapped in an underwater tomb. This is the danger of long terms. The car depreciates faster than you pay down the principal. You are paying for an asset that effectively no longer exists. So how do we conduct a proper defense? If you are in the market in 2026, you need a strategy. Here is the forensic dossier on buying a car without destroying your net worth. Strategy 1, calculate the true cost of ownership. Do not look at the sticker price. Look at the bleed rate. Take a standard Toyota Camry. Sticker price $32,000. Even with a 20% down payment and a reasonable loan, your monthly note is around $767. But you must add the silent killers, gas, insurance, maintenance. When you stack these up, a modest Camry costs you $1,200 a month to operate. $1,200. Most people think that kind of money buys a W. It doesn't. It buys a Toyota. Understanding this keeps you grounded in reality. Strategy 2, the multiplier method. Never negotiate based on monthly payments. Take your monthly budget, say $500, and multiply it by 36 or 48. Then subtract your down payment. That is your maximum price. If the math says you can only afford an $18,000 car, then you buy an $18,000 used car. The math does not care about your ego. Strategy 3, the 24-10 rule. This is the golden ratio of automotive solvency. Put 20% down to avoid immediate negative equity. Finance for no more than 4 years to beat the depreciation curve. And keep total transportation costs under 10% of your gross monthly income. If you make $84,000 a year, your total car budget is $700 a month. Not just the loan, the gas, the insurance, everything. Strategy 4, the depreciation arbitrage. Buy vehicles that are 2 to 3 years old. This is the sweet spot. A car loses the majority of its value in the first 36 months. Let someone else pay that stupidity tax. A 3-year-old Camry might cost $24,000 instead of $32,000. That is $8,000 of wealth you get to keep. Strategy 5, this kickios. If you are currently trapped in a 72-month loan, you have options. Check your contract for prepayment penalties. If there are none, attack the principal. An extra $100 a month can shave a year off your sentence. Alternatively, commit to driving the car for years after the loan is paid off. The only way to win the game is to have zero payments. In 1963, people owned their cars. Today, the bank owns the car and you are just leasing the right to drive it while absorbing the depreciation. You must reject the normalization of 6- and 7-year loans. It is a trap designed to keep you poor. Stick to the 3-year standard. Drive a cheaper car. Invest the difference. Do not let the industry dictate your financial future. The math is brutal, but it is the only truth we have. Analyzed and closed.